Good morning, everyone. Yeah, let's see, today is Media Day here in the garage. I've been kind of testing out some albums, playing some albums to get them ready to go down to the market, and I have a bunch of VHS tapes here that I'm cleaning the tapes of mildew. I have a lot of, I bought a flat of music videos. I'll switch you around here. These ones I have to, still need to clean those ones. The Roger Waters, Marilyn Manson, Judas Priest, David Bowie, Tesla, Woodstock 99, Led Zeppelin, and some Matchbox 20. These are the ones I've already cleaned of mildew. If you're not familiar what happens to these tapes when they sit, tapes, videos, movies, whatever, in the wrong place, this is what you get. Get out of there. This is Roger Waters. You can see what happens to VHS tapes. What you are looking at is mildew. Little creepy crawlers that are just creeping all over the place and eating. Not really eating, they just kind of grow, and eventually they will destroy a movie. So you have to get that cleaned off. Now, most people will not screw with anything like this when they open a movie in a box. If they find one that's mildewed, they don't even mess with the whole box because they know that the whole box is like that. Like I said, I bought a whole flat of these for $2, and everybody laughed, looked at me like I had 3 heads, but you know, that's okay. Probably look at me like that anyway when I'm not looking. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I clean these nasty things up so they don't ruin your VCR. Alright, the first one we're going to clean is Led Zeppelin. You can come on out of there. You can see how nasty. Hold on a sec, I gotta use both hands. Okay. Now what you're looking at on the movie itself is mold. Mold, mildew, whatever kind of fun stuff you want to call it. And we are going to clean this up. Now, like I said, now what you need is a donor VCR. Doesn't matter if it plays or not. You just need the fast forward and the reverse to work on the VCR. This is a crap. Even though it's a JVC, this is a crap. This is only a mono VCR. It's kind of a low-end dookie VCR. And I don't even remember if it works. I wanted to check. I checked it to see if my fast forward and reverse worked. So you need that to work. You need shop towel. I don't know what that's doing over here. I use shop towels. You can use cotton swabs, the pads for removing makeup or whatever. I just use shop towel. And what I do is I fold it over 2 times and then cut a strip off of it. Cut a strip and then fold it again like so. So that's what we'll need that. Put that back over there. We'll need some alcohol and definitely need a tape to clean it. Now you can see this one's already kind of halfway through, so it's kind of a pain, but you know, you can put it in a rewinder. I'm going to put your tape in, and then push stop. So it's stopped and it's in position. I'll put you back up here and get you zoomed in a little bit because I need both hands. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put some alcohol on our pad here, and we're going to kind of disperse it around so it's not soaking wet in one area. We kind of want it all over the place. Then what we do is when you're going forward, you want to go on the right hand side of the head, and there's a little area right here that works perfect. You can tuck it under, but I found that it drags way too much. And what we'll do is we'll drape that over the movie, and pull it down so it's touching everything. And then we're going to hit fast forward. And don't worry if the VCR complains a little bit while it's running through there, because there's a little bit of tension on it, and it will complain a little bit now and then, but you just want to make sure that that's draped over the tape so it's actually kind of touching the top. When it sucks it into here, most of the time it'll pull it down onto the top of the movie, tape, movie, whatever. And we're just going to let that run all the way through what was already on this side that had already been played. You know, it played over to this side, so we're fast forward, we're taking it off of this reel, and we're cleaning the top and sides of just what was left over here. You have to go forward first in order to do this correctly and get everything clean that needs to be cleaned. So you can hear it complain a little bit every now and then. It's because of tension, and one reel is going a little quicker than the other. Alright, so we're going to let that go all the way through and till it goes to the end, and then I'll bring you back after it gets done doing its thing here. Okay, as you can hear it's complaining. A lot of these VCRs aren't really meant for running fast forward. And then what we're going to do is, we're just about at the end, is when we hit the end, oops, thought that was the end. Okay, it hit a snag. And turn the VCR back on. See if it'll, nope, doesn't want to go any further. Let me pull him off of there. See what happens when you hit play. Let's eject it. Take a look. Looks like it's at the end. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to take our cassette apart. Okay, there's 5 screws. This one has a sticker on it for security. And normally what I do is I just cut them. Five screws, one in each corner. One in the middle. Oh, security. They used a tri-wing on this one. And let me see if I can find my tri-wing. Most of them have 5 Phillips. But somebody didn't want anybody in this one. So they put a security. That security screw is the same screw head that they use on the Wii's. Like I said, normally it's just 4 or 5 Phillips. Okay, very important. Grab your tape and flip him over before you take it apart. If not, everything kind of dumps out. Take him off of there. Note how the tape is run. Get him out of there. Let's see what's in there. A little bit of fungus among us. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to clean the mold off of that reel there. That's the one that will be taking it back up. Same thing. We're just going to use our shop towel with alcohol. Get it up there on the edge. And we're just going to reach in here and clean the mold off of the reel. These are pretty hardy, so you don't have to worry too much about them breaking. They may creak a little bit when you're working on it, but most of the time they're pretty hardy little reel. So you can take your rag and stick your hand right in there. Especially if you have small hands. Wipe its nose again. Okay, now that we got the mold off of that reel, I'm going to put our tape back in. This side goes between the metal and the plastic. Get it started, and here's there's a little ratchet. That's what actually locks it so you can't pull the tape out. This one goes around the metal and in between goes around the metal and in between this metal post here, and there's a little kind of a tensioner sitting there. And that side just goes between the white and the post. You can see how much we've cleaned already. Okay, now we're going to put our lid back down on it. some of them can be kind of a pain to get lined up. And it's usually this one of the corners where the metal pin is, where the metal post is. It can be kind of a pain in the arse. Get everything that's in there. Come on. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're only going to put one screw in this because we're going to be opening this back up and cleaning the other reel. So I'll put one screw right in the middle. And we're going to stick him back in. Hit stop. Down. You can see that's what we cleaned off of that so far. You can see them nasty little critters creeping around on our rag. And so what we'll do is we'll just fold this. I'm going to fold him over. And then to rewind, we're going to go on the, come here, the left side. You can see there's a little area in between the sound head, the sound picker upper, and the head itself. I'm just going to pinch it down on the tape, like so. So we know it's touching the tape. Okay. And then we're going to hit rewind. And again, it may complain because of the tension that we have on it. Don't be afraid to adjust your cleaner. And see, it won't go any further than that metal pin on mine. And now all we're going to do is we're just going to let that rewind all the way through. Alright, we're just about done. And there it is. And we're going to take our little swatch out and look at the nasty little critters that we picked up. That's what came off the top and sides. That's the bottom. And you can see the top always seems to have more on it. More on. And you can see that it's cleaning up. This one, as dirty as this one was, we may have to do this twice on this one because of it being so filthy. You know, it is what it is. If it's a good tape, a good movie that you want to save, then take the time and do it. But if it's, you know, this is just something that I do to get them cleaned up so I can sell them. Get him out. Oh, come on. I don't really like touching them, because they tell you, don't touch. side again. See if there's any little critters in it. And get rid of them. The more you get rid of, you know, the better off it's going to be. And you can see the nasty critters on there. This is the leader. Now, touching the leader, you don't have to worry too much about anything on touching the leader. Now it's in the middle, you know, where you're going to be, where it's being watched. I know touching them is not good. Get that all cleaned up, and then same thing, all we're going to do is stick our towel down in there with alcohol on it and clean our reel. Like I said, they're pretty hardy, these reels, so you don't have to worry too much about busting them. They creak and moan. Okay, now we're going to put him back together. Hit your little ratchet, pull him back out of the way, and he drop right in there. Wrap that around. And slide him right down. Our ratchet, and he'll go right down in there. Check your top. Now, as dirty as this one was, I'm going to run this one again. I'm going to run it through again, just to make sure I've got it all cleaned up. And we're just going to do the same as I showed you in the beginning. Put our tape in, push stop, take our little swatch here, and I'm going to flip him over so I have some clean surfaces. Tuck him right down, draping it over. Like so. Fast forward. Okay, I'm going to run this through again, and then I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like when it's all done. Now, after running it through twice, this is what we come up with. Now we have a good playable video again. And this was on the rewind side. This is what I picked up again. And this was on the fast forward side. You can see what I picked up again. This one, like I said, this one was really dirty, so I went ahead and I run it twice because after it had rewound all the way through, I looked at it and I didn't like the looks of it. So I did it again. So it looks good. So that's how I've been cleaning these VHS tapes that are moldy and mildewed. I'm not saying this is the right way to do it. I'm just saying this is the way I do it. And I'm sure there's plenty of other videos out there that show you ways of cleaning them. To me, this is just the easiest way with a donor VCR and taking our VHS, fast forward it, cleaning it on this side, cleaning the reel, then put it back in, rewind, cleaning it on this side, letting it clean it again, taking it apart, cleaning the reel. And like I said, on this one it was really dirty, so I went ahead and run it twice and it really cleaned everything up. So if stored in properly, it should be good to go for quite a while. I cleaned the inside of the case too, where there was any mildew on the windows. It was a little hazy, so there was a little bit of mildew on those. I don't know what the hell that is. It's one of them little white creepy critters. So yeah, that's how I clean them. So hopefully you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, see ya. Alright, a little bonus here. This is the one we just cleaned. This is Led Zeppelin. Boy, that's got a hell of a long leader. There's our FBI warning. Okay, anytime now. Warner Home Video. Subsidiary of Warner Brothers, Inc. As you can see, it doesn't hurt the tape. Now, I don't know what all crap they go into before they... I think I've seen this video before. I think this was on MTV or something. It sure looks familiar. What is this? A musical? fast forward a little bit. In concert and beyond, the song remains the same. Heck of a lead-in. John Paul Jones, Jimmy Page, Robert Plant. Should know all these guys, don't you? They all had pretty good solo careers too. Swan Song. Musical performance were presented live at Madison Square Gardens. Well, they can... Any time now.